Sue Storm herself, Vanessa Kirby, was recently part of an interview talking about Fantastic Four First Steps and Avengers Doomsday. And in this interview, she reveals that a major event from First Steps is in fact going to play into Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars and her character's development. Warning, if you haven't seen Fantastic Four First Steps, and by looking at the box office, plenty of people haven't, there's going to be spoilers in this. Chances are you know what's going on and what I'm talking about, or maybe you don't. Maybe you even forgot. I don't know. But in the third act of the film, when Sue Storm and the Fantastic Four are fighting Galactus, Sue uses all her powers, literally, strains herself with all her power to push Galactus into the wormhole that was built by Reed Richards. And this literally takes everything out of her, and she ends up dying. Then, at the end of the film, we obviously see that Franklin Richards reveals his powers, and he brings her back to life. So while doing a tour in relation to one of her latest films, aka Night Always Comes, I'd never heard of that, she talked a little bit about doing the Avengers gig, aka Avengers Doomsday. And she says that one of the core aspects of Sue Storm and an important story that's in the film is how does Sue work throughout everything that happened with her in Fantastic Four. And that specifically her death and being brought back to life affects her and the family a lot. And that this is something that they further explore in the film, and that's really going to define Sue's trajectory. And she says that they've kind of included the aspect of how does a mother feel coming back to life and realizing she's got a second shot at this, and now how is she going to be protective of those around her and her child? So you can see exactly what they're doing here. They're going to make Sue even more of a motherly figure than before. And obviously, she's died. That's going to change everything. She's going to be more protective. She's obviously going to look out for Franklin even more, and realizing that at any moment, somebody could die and maybe Franklin's not there, or maybe he can't do that again, is going to put pressure on all of them. Which certainly makes me think that this is going to be something that's like a character trait and development that moves along with her in the future of the MCU. And I like that, because you can't just drop a simple thing like that and forget about it. It's always going to kind of rear its head back around and be brought up, especially when it comes to a situation where, hey, it's another big threat, and this time, maybe we can't come back from the dead. Again, I think that's really cool, and I can't wait to see it, especially when they do it in Fantastic Four 2. That's definitely going to feature Inhumans. All right, we got another tank top watch. You guys know what's up. Who can identify this before I tell you? There's got to be at least one person, right? Black Bolt of the Inhumans. I'm like the only person I'm convinced that has this. True story. I went to the dentist and I had this, and the guy looks at it and goes, Black Bolt? Yeah. We got talking. He's been collecting Marvel Comics since 1968, so he's an OG. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.